this hour, which is of course the recent press conference which was held by leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi. We heard him attacking Election Commission of India yet another time. This is his second presser in a row. In fact, he has, when asked about the hydrogen bomb, he said that it is still under preparations and he will release that in a few days from now. At the moment, this press conference, which is being speculated as Rahul Gandhi's hydrogen bomb press conference, this is not it. He has termed it as the Anand Files. He targeted Chief Election Commission in vote chori expose 2. Accused Election Commission of also withholding information which was sought by Karnataka CID. My colleague Sabyasachi Roy Chaudhary is joining us on the broadcast to provide us more details. Sabyasachi, throughout the press conference, you were there at the spot where Rahul Gandhi was speaking. There are some key questions that he has put forward for Election Commission of India. Could you just quickly highlight it first for the better perspective of our viewers?
Well, that's right. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, has put across very straightforward question to Mr. Gyanesh Kumar. Now, Rahul Gandhi stated that in the state of Karnataka and in the state of Maharashtra, both addition and deletion of votes is continuously going on. Now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi today, in fact, have pointed out that there is a system which is continuously working. He has stated that there are call centers who are working to do the scam, and there is a single person behind this. Now, he pointed out that when these incidents were being reported from Karnataka, time and again, the Karnataka CID has written letters to the EC requesting them to submit all the documents. Now, the FIR in this case was registered back in 2023, and 18 times is what Mr. Rahul Gandhi claimed that the CID Karnataka has written letter to the EC demanding them to provide with the documents, and the last letter was written in the month of September. But till now, there has been no response that has been received from the EC. In fact, Rahul Gandhi also pointed out that the CEC Karnataka, in fact, have written to the EC asking that they need to provide documents, as this matter is continuously raising up in the state of Karnataka. But the EC has not responded yet, and that is the reason why Mr. Rahul Gandhi has given 1 week deadline to Mr. Gyanesh Kumar to submit the details which are being asked by the CID Karnataka in this case. And if the EC or Gyanesh Kumar does not submit the details, then the entire country will know the exact truth, and the entire country will know that Mr. Gyanesh Kumar is continuously protecting the people who are behind this scam. In fact, Mr. Rahul Gandhi also pointed out that he has enough evidences to make such claims, and without any proof, he wouldn't have come to the stage and make these claims. In fact, another big claim that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made that this time around, he is getting support from within the EC to help in getting the documents. So these are some of the allegations which have been made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi towards the EC. Back to you.
All right, Sabyasachi, I'll request you to please stay on with me. We have some more questions to ask you. But at the moment, Mr. Rashid Alvi is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Alvi, thank you so much for speaking to Newsline. We just heard the recent press conference of Rahul Gandhi coming down heavily on Chief Election Commission, asking some, scathing questions. What do you have to say about that?
You know, it is no secret now. Everybody knows this very fact that Election Commission has been supporting Bharatiya Janata Party. And not only Rahul Gandhi and Congress Party, even former Chief Election Commissioner and 2 commissioners, they are not happy with the behavior of this present Election Commission. So definitely, Election Commission is indirectly supporting BJP and its government. And there are so many examples that Election Commission is acting according to the or not instruction that is in consultation with present government. So what Rahul Gandhi is saying is absolutely right. And I do not know why no media is raising this question that appointment committee, which was earlier consisting of one Chief Justice of India or his nominee, Prime Minister and Leader of Opposition, these three were the members of that committee, but this present government has eliminated our Chief Justice of India from the committee. And
Nalini, I'll
the
request you to
cabinet
please stay on with me on the broadcast. We are cutting across to some live visuals coming in. Let's take a look.
गांधी परिवार के अलावा इस देश में कोई ठीक भी है? उसका नाम बता सकते हो? बताइए राहुल गांधी जी। आपने इलेक्शन कमीशन को कटघरे में खड़ा करा, आपने कोर्टों को कटघरे में खड़ा करा, आपने राष्ट्रपति जी को कटघरों में खड़ा करा, आपने उपराष्ट्रपति जी को कटघरों में खड़ा करा। आपके अलावा इस देश में सभी गलत हैं और ठीक कौन है? जो हाइड्रोजन बम फेंकते हैं। क्या यार ये मानसिकता राजनेताओं की सोच है? ये किसी भी जिस आदमी के मन में भावना सेवा किया वो ऐसी भावनाओं से बातें नहीं करता। इससे बताता है कि अभी भी वो ओछी राजनीति में ही यकीन करते हैं।
सर, ज्ञानेश कुमार को टारगेट करके वो ये कह रहे हैं कि वो कर्नाटक सीआईडी को नहीं बता रहे कि ये कैसे हो रहा है। उनका कहना है कि केवल कांग्रेस के वोटों को ही डिलीट किया जाए।
अब तक कांग्रेस को किया गया तो कर्नाटक में सरकार कैसे बन गई? आप एक बताइए। बार बार उनकी एक ही बातें जो हैं, क्या उनकी सरकारें पहले नहीं रही देश भर के अंदर? क्या हिमाचल में उनकी सरकार नहीं बनी? अब पंजाब में आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बन गई, दिल्ली में भाजपा की सरकार बन गई, राजस्थान में भाजपा की सरकार बन गई। कर्नाटका के अंदर जो वोटें अगर आपकी डिलीट कर दी, अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन ने आपके साथ जाति की और कांग्रेस के बूथों की वोटें हटा दी थी, तो फिर किसकी वोटों से आप चीफ मिनिस्टर बने हैं? किसकी वोटों से वहां पे सरकार बनी? इसका मतलब वहां की सरकार अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है। इसका मतलब सरकार गलत बनी हुई है। ये सारा का सारा केवल अरविंद केजरीवाल जी हो, राहुल गांधी जी हो, ये विरोधी जो मिलकर जब हार जाते हैं तो अपनी हार को मानने की बजाय कभी इलेक्शन कमीशन के सिर पर फोड़ते हैं और कभी ईवीएम के सिर पर। अभी एक बात नहीं, प्रूफ तो है उनके पास, तो ईवीएम का भी प्रूफ था। और अगर ईवीएम ही हैक थी तो फिर वोट काटने का स्थिति कहाँ थी? तो ईवीएम वाली कहाँ गई? जो उनके ईवीएम के प्रूफ होते थे कहाँ गए? क्योंकि ईवीएम से आजकल बोलना बंद कर दिया। पहले तो कहते थे ईवीएम हैक कर लेते हैं। ये झूठे हैं, बेईमान हैं, हारे हुए हैं।
एसआईआर दिल्ली के अंदर,
एसआईआर का मैं वेलकम करता हूं। दिल्ली के अंदर हम बार बार कह रहे थे, आप मेरे ट्वीट चेक कीजिएगा कि इन्होंने घुसपैठियों की वोटें बनवाई हैं। ये एसआईआर होना दिल्ली में बहुत जरूरी था। अब देखना, हजारों की तादाद में जो घुसपैठिए जिनके ऊपर आम आदमी पार्टी का विश्वास था, दिल्ली के लोग वोट नहीं डालेंगे क्योंकि बेईमान थे, लुटेरे थे। लेकिन घुसपैठियों को 10-10 हज़ार रुपया महीना देकर उनकी वोटें बनवाई, उनकी वोटों के सिर पर सरकार बनाना चाहते थे। अब एसआईआर में ये सारे तथ्य सामने आ जाएंगे।
All right.